I'm going to use an example that you're going to follow. Okay? So we're going to draw exactly as I remember it. Okay? 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 So here's how it was. Okay? So it was basically like this big bar, and the bar meant to describe like where all the economic transactions in Norway are like happening. You know, like where they getting their stuff. You know, what's going on? Do that GDP breakdown. Okay? So basically, it was like this. Okay? So it was like that top part is the poo, and then like this big middle part is the pee, and then this bottom part right here is the cum, and the cum down there at the bottom is the commodities that they get from the developing world. Okay? And it's like, dude, whoa. They get so little from the commodities from the developing world. I bet they could stop doing all that and and not do any exploitation. Okay? We following this? What are we talking about? Can you guys fucking follow me? We're talking about the economic breakdown of Norway, okay? We have poo, we've got pee, and we've got cum. Can you follow me? Holy shit. This isn't hard, okay? But the cum represents the commodities that they get from the developing world, right? Are you following? So that's what cum is. Do you understand? So if they stop coming and no longer get commodities from the developing world, it doesn't affect their economy that much because their economy is mostly poo and pee, right? Okay, but here's the issue, guys. This is deceptive, okay? Because the size of the cum down here is only how much money they pay for it. You understand? So it's like, oh, this is barely anything. But then you break down the resources they get from here, and it's like a fuck ton of shit that they just pay like nothing on because they buy it from the third world at discounted prices because the IMF forces these countries into exploitative business relationships with the developed world. Do you understand? So underpriced labor and exploitative business relationships underprice the cum. And that if it weren't for that, maybe the cum would be like up here, and then it would be cum. And then it's like, oh shit, now if we got rid of the cum, that's like the whole economy. Oh God. So that's the issue. There you go. That's essentially what the chart said, except the chart may have been written by a PhD economist, and I might be misremembering a few things. No, it's not this. Though I think this gets across like a somewhat similar degree of information. Like, I'll put it this way, right? Okay. So here are, wait, EU 28 exports to and imports from Norway by product, right? Wait, EU 28? What is that? Hold on. EU 28. What does that include? Is that just, that's just the EU countries. Yeah, no, this doesn't, yeah, this doesn't even include, hold on. If we looked up like total imports to Norway, I'm never going to find this chart, guys. It was like a whole fucking article. Total imports to Norway. Is there any way to find this? Look at all that poo. Yeah, seriously. Why are all of these fucking... Why are all of these charts only intra-EU or like from EU like transactions? I know they get most of their shit from there, but still. Total import comparisons by country. Buy data for $99. Okay, fuck this. If I ever find that data again, I'll give it a look. But I'm not trawling through an entire fucking economic. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, wait. Here. Wait, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, but this is the thing that I'm talking about right here. Okay? Wait, here, wait. This illustrates the problem, even though this isn't actually the chart that I wanted to look at. And we'll be done with this after this, okay? Rose, are you looking? Okay. Here's the issue, okay? Okay, these are exports. Where are the imports? Thank you. Major imports, okay? So here are Norway's major imports, okay? We've got blue is like in Europe and red is in Asia, and, sorry, purple is in Europe, red is in Asia, blue is United States, Canada, whatever. Green, Brazil, yeah, okay, right? So you've got that, okay? So a big chunk of this is Asia, right? But, okay, do you understand? We're following? So it's like, whoa, they get most of their stuff from Europe, which are other economically developed countries where they probably have fairly equal trade relations. And then you've got Asia, which is more of a mixed bag when it comes to workers' rights and stuff like that, right? Okay, so here's the issue, all right? The problem is that charts like this rank these countries based on the value of their trades. So what happens if a country's exports are priced incredibly low because of economic exploitation of the third world? Like what happens do you understand what I mean? Right? Like economic exploitation could influence the trade value of commodities from different countries. Do you understand what I mean? Like, so charts like this don't tell the full story because it's like, oh, they get 11, 12 million from Sweden, but they get 1 million from, I don't know, Thailand. But then it's like, oh, well, Thailand shit is all way the fuck cheaper. You know? Does that make sense? Of course, the complexities of this are virtually infinite, but 100 USD in Southeast Asia could pay rent for a few months. Yeah. There's a significantly lower, like, yeah, the value is artificially deflated. Or maybe not artificially, but it's... Para, you need to chill. Para! Oh, no. Para. Why are you so patronizing? Oh, no. Yes, Lamau, I understand the concept. I just don't think you do. There's data on the degree of unequal exchange, and the point is that it's about 1.5 trillion in transfers from the south to the north per year, and that's around 3% of global North GDP. That's the argument. No, I saw that, and that's the first thing that people like Pero Rose show, but that doesn't tell the entire story. It's a percentage, it's a small percentage of the GDP, but a lot of those things are raw resources. You understand? When raw resources and cheap labor are doing basic assembly in countries that have very, very, very low standards of living, it artificially deflates the proportion of the GDP that these commodities take up whenever they're imported or exported. And that's exactly what institutions like the World Bank and the IMF do. They make these countries factory farms for American or Western business interests by ensuring that a cheap labor supply and very low standards for worker treatment allow us to take advantage of their resources for a proportionally lower economic cost at our expense, which is why, in spite of the fact that these countries should be making gangbusters selling so much shit to us, countries all across Asia and in Latin America are poor as fuck. You'd think like if they were getting paid what we get paid for our shit, then these countries would be wealthy trading partners. But they're not. They're full of sweatshops and poverty because they're not equal trading partners. You understand? Now, again, there are a ton of complexities to this, and it really depends on like the industry and the specifics, and yeah. But like, yeah, that's like a way in which this stuff gets conflated or confused a little bit, you know? Vaush people especially accounted for the exact thing you're going over talking about. Yeah, well, I talked to a PhD economist in my email like a year ago, and they were like, hey, you know, people accounted for it, but hey, in reality, hey, you know what, Para Roses? If all economic exploitation from the global south really accounts for 3% of Norway's GDP, then you know what? Why don't they stop? Okay? Prove me wrong and go make them stop, okay? If it's that easy for social democracies to somehow wrest themselves from the entirety of modern neocolonialism, if the global economic order that we've been using blood to fight for hundreds of years is so trivial, if we've seriously been waging war in the rest of the world and setting up military bases and using the IMF and World Bank to establish preferential treatment for Western businesses, and all that genuinely accounts for is a pithy fraction of a fraction of our actual economy, and there's no other benefit to that, then by your logic, you should be able to do away with all neocolonialism and uplift these countries and make them equal trading partners for about the cost to your GDP that it would take for America to implement Medicare for all for 1 month out of every year, okay? So fine, do it and prove me wrong, okay? Because something tells me that we weren't fighting world dominance for centuries over 3% of the North's GDP, okay? Come on, you seriously think, oh yeah, dude, capitalism could easily get rid of the billions of people who have been forced into economic servitude to the global north. Dude, it's like a coincidence, bro. Dude, there's nothing essential about the system that relegates the global south to this economic condition. Like, it's just like dude, it was like nothing, basically. If we had, apparently, if it weren't for the cost of the, like, Iraq and Afghanistanian wars, we would have, like, shored up the costs of neocolonialism for, like, a century. Like, oh God. If we had just not done those wars, we could have afforded to not exploit the entire developing world until like 2172. Well, If only all policymakers were as wise as you and realized that it's essentially free to not do neocolonialism under capitalism. There are no economic incentives, apparently, to be doing this. Shut the fuck up, okay? This is a bad argument. Para, take a chill pill, okay? By which I mean I'm taking a chill pill by banning you for 12 hours, okay? I love you. Stay safe. I don't know what to do when people are like, I have economically proven that capitalism has no exploitation. And also, neocolonialism has no effect on the West's economy. Then why the fuck do we do it? Then why have we killed so many people? Then why does the CIA, why historically has the CIA been so invested in securing Western business interests in other countries using favorable well, I guess it's a coincidence, you know? If only they'd done the math. If they had talked to Para Roses on Twitter, then they would have the CIA would have realized, oh shit, this is literally not worth the cost of our operations in the foreign countries, you know? We should just not do it. We could save more. Yeah, they were just trolling. They were bored. Is it possible that we used to have to do it, but no, it's not necessary? Well, the economy is more globalized now than it ever has been, though. We rely more on foreign trade. And by we, I mean the West, than ever before, right? If anything, it's more necessary now than it ever has been. Isn't it a power thing, not just an economic thing? Yeah, but we leverage that power for economic reasons, right? I mean, a huge portion of the reason why we gave a fuck about the Cold War was so we could secure, trading blocks. But because we don't have a state-run economy, we have, private industry, that essentially means securing business interests for our companies. And we waged wars on this. People died. It literally isn't Vaush. Wars are not for resources. They're not for resources. They're for economic control over areas. That's the reason why we're so invested in keeping tabs all over the world. It's because if we aren't invested in these areas, China will Belt and Road Initiative them, and they get business interests out of them, and we don't. And that means their economy grows and we don't. It's all about the economy. So resources? No. Fighting wars for resources implies that you're literally fighting in Iraq so you can literally just pump the oil. That's not true. It's about maintaining geopolitical control over certain regions, which secures your trading blocks. That's how it works. Why do you think we're so interested in maintaining control over the Suez Canal? It's not because we're politically concerned with the resources of the Suez Canal. It's because it facilitates a greater degree of control over global trade, which is something that we've had more or less a monopoly on for a long time. Yeah, Vietnam is an example of this as well. The resource that we're talking about really is business relations. Yeah, bro, I just really care about Egypt's political stability. Yeah, exactly. Bro, we're maintaining control over the Suez Canal for the betterment of the Egyptian people. Bro, I'm just very concerned. No, we care about trade, man. That's what we're all about. We love trade here in America. We're all about trade.